And we're live. What is happening, everybody? It is I, Jason T. Smith, the Thrifting Board, Big Kahuna, also the proprietor of the Secret Beach. And I'm here to talk about my eBay sale. So I'm going to wait till everybody gets in. Let's see how everyone's doing. How is everybody? I see Cheryl. I'm going to do romper room now. I see Cheryl and I see Pam. And hi, Linda. What's happening, Barbara? Hello, Brenda. Hello, Angelique. How is everybody today? I know most of you were just watching my show with my mom and I, selling past your expiration date, being thrifty over 50. Thank you very much for tuning in. My mom loves doing that show. I mean, I love doing it with her too, but I was so glad she said yes to it because she really enjoys doing it, and she brings it every single week, and I know you guys get a lot out of it, and it's a fun show to do. So although I'll miss it next week because Mom's at a Tiki event, I will enjoy 1 week of a break too, because it is a lot of work putting all these shows together. This is not something quick. I thought it would be at first. I'm like, I just throw them together. But more and more, we put a lot of, both Mom and I and Nadine and I put a lot of content and time and effort into our shows, and we want to bring you guys all a good show. So let's see if we can get 100 viewers before I talk to you about why my eBay sales suck. I'm sure some of you are feeling the same way right now. So while we're waiting for 100 people to get here, we're at 73. Two things. Do me a favor. Hit that like button down there, because trust me, you're going to like what you got to hear. And those of you already in the chat, are you having good June sales, or do your June sales stink? Are they in the toilet? So let's see. Oh, thank you very much for appreciating all the hard work. I enjoy doing the shows. I enjoy helping people out. So it is all very fun. Even when I was making TV sucked. It was nothing fun nor glamorous about making TV, but the end product was always very good. All right, I see Stacy's the only one who's pretty happy right now. Cheryl says toilet, but totally my fault. Down, not as good as May. Blah. Yep. Oh, Mr. Bry had 15 sales over the weekend. You know what I got to ship so far for this weekend? 5 items. And that is so, all right, boom, we're at 100 people. Cool. That is so not like me, okay? Now, this is going to be geared towards maybe the newer seller. And when I say newer seller, I don't mean the last year. Maybe you're a seller the last, let's say, 3 years. This is coming from someone who's been on the platform for 17 years, just past the 17-year mark. Now, I've been on for 19, but I wasn't a seller till 17 years ago. So I was thinking about this weekend. I've been thinking about actually doing this quick little video for a while, but this weekend kind of showed me I've got 5 things to ship this weekend, and that's kind of stinky. And there's a couple things going on, and here's the main thing. This is where I see these other Facebook groups that love complaining, love conspiracy theories. So if you tuned in to think I'm really going to be complaining about eBay, you probably don't know me well enough, because I'm a huge eBay fan, a huge eBay cheerleader, a huge eBay advocate. Do I think eBay's perfect? Nope. Do I think they're a great platform to sell on? Yep. Have they really enriched my life with me and my wife? Yep, because it has led me to great places. And I have not officially announced it anywhere, but I will be part of the eBay Open event. I'll be speaking 2 times during the event. So I'm very happy to help out when they ask me to participate. And I'm happy to talk and educate those from the stage. So you guys kind of got the early scoop. You will hear about a week about what I am doing on stage at eBay Open. eBay Open, sorry. So I'm going to back up here a little bit. In April, I had a kick-ass April, and I did $6,000. Now, remember, I run a bunch of different things. I do these shows. I have 2 Facebook groups, and I travel a lot for what I do, and some pleasure travel. So usually I'm gone 2 times a month and sometimes a week at a time. So with a part-time assistant and me doing it kind of half-ass, I can still do 6,000 in sales a month. And then in May, I was pretty close. I did 5,700. So that's still pretty close. Now, over halfway through, and I'm at 2,200. So I'm looking at maybe 4,000 for the month. 4,000, still not a bad number, but man, from 6,000 2 months in a row, that's way, way off. And here's what's happening. A couple things. A, Father's Day weekend. everyone's busy who lives near their father. B, graduation time. Everyone's busy graduating. Everyone's busy celebrating dads. And it's summertime. Kids are just getting out of school. They're playing. The weather here is hot as hell, but fun time to be in the pool. You know what I'm not doing? I'm not shopping online, really. We're going to friends' houses for cookouts. We're swimming in the pool and having friends over. Went to a concert last night. Did this, did that. This is the time of year when people are busy doing all those kind of things. And so you're way lower on your sales because of that. And what you should be doing this time of year is a couple things, 3 things, I would think. Cleaning up your eBay store. Clean up your old listings, refresh them or get rid of them. Has it not sold for 2 years? Get rid of it. Run a sale, refresh your title, refresh your pictures. All those things will make your stuff fresh again in the searches, or end it and do sell similar. And that'll put you back up in the listing. And you still might not sell a ton, but you know what the end goal is. And I think this is where a lot of people forget. We are a retail store. Ours just happens to be online and virtual, but we are a retail store. And you know what retailers are doing? Same thing we should be doing. Getting ready for Q4. I know it's just June, but where do all retailers make the bulk of their money? Yes, Q4, October, November, December, holiday time, Christmas time, and for me, birthday time. So this is the time of year to get ready for that. So do not sweat it. Every retailer, whether brick and mortar or virtual, has to be able to get past the summer doldrums to get to the riches that are Q4. Now, I'm not really complaining about my sales, but I realize they're off, and I realize probably some of yours are off too. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about it. Now, if you go to a lot of other groups, there's going to be conspiracy theories. eBay turned my store off. eBay did this. eBay did that. Baloney. Now, I also could be listed more this month, and I haven't listed a ton this month. It's been kind of hectic. And of course, the more you list, the more you sell. But I'll still do about, and that's fine for me in June. And again, I'm leaving, going out of town for a few days here, going out of town a few days there. So I'm not here. And, I see someone brought up Amazon. Yeah, I sell on Amazon too. And you know what? I've sold some big sales, like ticket, big dollar amounts, but not a lot. But so I didn't sell 10 CDs last week. I sold 3, but one was 75, one was 50, and one was 30. So I was cool with that. So you got to not sweat it. If you're new, you might be like freaking out. You're like, what? I got into this. I put all my eggs in this basket. I'm selling. I quit my job. What the hell? This is what happens on any business that sells retail. And we are retailers. We are retailers. We're just online retailers. So this always happens. But when you take the Q4 and then, average it out and then average the summer 3 months, you will see that you're always working towards Q4. And Q4 really is, it's a misnomer because Q4 is really Q4 plus 1. Because in January, people who got money for Christmas want to go shopping. People who got gift cards for Christmas want to go shopping. And people who got shitty gifts for Christmas want to go shopping. So January should always be very robust too because of those 3 reasons. I used to take the last week of the year off from selling, and that last week of the year is a busy year nowadays. Granted, people are busy cleaning up from Christmas and going to New Year's Eve parties and the like, but there's still a lot of sales to be had. So I really want y'all to understand that it's normal. It is very normal for this to be a slow time of year. People are very busy. I'm sure all of you watching live right now, 164 of you, hello, thank you. All of you watching after the fact, someone who graduated this month and had a graduation party, whether you went or not, you just know them. You probably all know a father or two, and you probably all know someone, or you have kids that the kids just got out of school. And so you went from quiet house to, crap, the kids are home. Let's go to the water park. Let's go fishing. Let's go to the lake. Let's go to the beach. And so when you have to do all those things, guess what you're not doing? You're not on your iPad buying stuff. Okay. So don't worry about it. It happens. It very much happens every year. And you know what? It has happened every year for 17 years that I've been selling online. So I ain't sweating it. I sweated it the first couple of years. I fully get it. Excuse me a quick second. I fully get it. But when you see the returns in December, then you realize that's why June's so slow, because it all averages out. I don't know the exact figures, but I do know that like retail brick and mortars expect to do like, I don't know, like 70% in Q4 and then 30% the rest of the year or something like that. It's very lopsided, but that's just how it works. People want to give gifts. So get ready. Keep listening. You keep listening. It will keep selling. But the more you have now, look, every Christmas, I want to have the same amount of items in the store. Every year, I want to have like this many items. And guess what? Every year, I never get there because I don't prep early enough and I'm always doing other things. And so this is the year that I get off my ass and make sure that I have as many items in my store that I want in my store for Q4 so people can buy. And the other thing, Angelique, you're hilarious. You mean summer isn't a conspiracy by eBay? No, but you would think that based on some other groups. The other thing is I want to buy the weirdest stuff at the holiday time. You could have something sit in your store for 11 months and you're like, it's had 3 views. And then boom, Christmas time, someone pays full price. So you got to remember you're working for Q4. That's what you're working for. So it might be lean times right now. But if you're new to this, you will get it, you will understand it, and you will be a little better prepared. So maybe you set a little money aside when Q4 is rolling robustly. And so when you get to these lean months, because like if you're doing this for a living and this is how you're paying all the bills, you might have to set some aside. Our electricity bill is like $100, and we have a pretty decent sized house in December. But you know what it is this month? It's going to be like $500. So that sucks. But when I average it out over the year, it ain't so bad. But when I look at the 3 summer months in Vegas, the air conditioning bill, but when I look at December and November and the months when we can just have the doors open, no heat, no air conditioning, it really averages out. So yeah, see, Mary said $600. Absolutely. So, it's one of those things where you'll very much learn how to go with the ebbs and flows. You got to ride the waves. And that's kind of why I named my Facebook group, the Thrifting Board, because we're all riding these waves of e-commerce and eBay, and you're not always going to be hanging 10 on the crest. You're going to be crashing. You're going to be hitting the beach. You're going to be not finding any waves like we aren't right this week, but that's part of it. Part of surfing ain't you're on a good wave every single time, and there ain't always waves, but you go out and try. You try every day. And boy, that day when you hit that perfect wave and you're in the curl, and maybe I'm using the terms wrong. I've never really surfed, but you're shooting the tube. If you're in it, man, you're loving it. But you got to remember that the time you paddle out and it's flat. So come on over. If you're not on the Thrifting Board, come on over. It's Facebook /groups/Thrifting Board. We'd love to have you. I have a great group of women who help me run the group. They're called the lifeguards, because sometimes when you're surfing the waves of e-commerce, they can be a little rough. You need a little helping hand. So you throw it out there, but the group loves to help on itself. 29,000 members in under 2 years, and we're adding 1,000 about every 2 or 2.5 weeks. And they love to help each other. So when I found a military jacket, I didn't know exactly what a pin was on it last week. I threw it up, and within like 10 minutes, I had the whole history of the pin and what it was called. So the group loves to help, and they are more than happy to help you with anything. You throw it up, and you're like, although I'm never going to sell this, I thrifted it. I'm like, look at this awesome set of teeth, kind of yellow, missing a few. But there is a term, and I forget now what it is, but there is a term for these fake teeth. And if I wanted to sell it, the group knew it right away, and they gave it to me. But this is too fun. I don't want to leave it. It's fun to have on my desk. I don't want to get rid of it, but that's the point of the group. So deep breath, take it easy, calm it down. Don't worry that your month of June is slow. Just keep working at it. The little engine that could, keep trucking ahead. It will all come to fruition starting in Q4 and coast right on into January too. Trust me, 17 years in the game. I've built an entire business, an entire industry around my eBay business. It has put me on TV. It has taken me to lobby Congress twice. It has given me a platform to speak at every eBay event in the last 10 years. And so I know not everyone wants to be on TV. Not everyone wants to go to Congress or speak on stage. But that's what my eBay business has given me. And it's given me nice vacations and a nice life with my wife. So it can be done. You just got to work hard at it. And this business is not for the faint at heart and the lackadaisical seller. You want to make a couple extra bucks, anyone can do that. You want to really hustle and earn your keep, you can do that too, but you got to have your hustle on. You got to have your hustle game ready and rolling. So get it up, get it rolling, and come on over to the Thrifting Board. We're more than happy to help you, and we will debunk any conspiracy theory and myths you hear about selling online, because everything you hear about conspiracy theories, it ain't true. It really isn't. I've been in this game a long time, and I know a lot of the players at eBay. I've had a lot of private conversations. I know what's happening. I know what's going on. I see it. I see what they're doing. Not every change they do is good, and I've seen them backpedal on changes, and that's great. I love a company that will say, that didn't work, and we realized it was more detrimental than positive, so let's get rid of it. Kind of like the stars, and kind of like feedback doesn't really count anymore. So I'm very happy that this is where I make my living, and I'm going to continue to do so. And I like to see where eBay's heading, and I can't wait to be part of eBay Open. So those of you coming, make sure when you get your schedule, you circle me at least once and come see me, because there's going to be a fun panel. This will be one of the not boring panels. Not that say there are any boring panels, but this will be a very fun panel. So make sure you get signed up and come see my presentation. And hey, some of the other people on the Thrifting Board, namely the people I have helping me, you might see them on stage too, but more details of that coming soon. So thank you all for tuning in. Deep breaths. You can do this. It takes a little bit of cojones to do it, and you got to get through the doldrums of summer. But man, you get the fall, you start rolling, but you got to build up now. Build it up now, and to be ready for Christmas. And with that, I'm going to say aloha, and I'm gone. Bye, everybody.